I was talking earlier about a sense of wonder, and then we saw the fallacy. And as much as the fallacy are generally presented very negatively,
don't go rushing it on your own.
A lot of the sense of wonder I get out of this game comes from the technology, actually, because it's magical and because of the fallacy themselves, because they're so incomprehensible in most of the time. And for me,
look, there they
every game in the series has shown me something that felt magical. Oh, I take that back. Not every game in the series, but the games in the series that have imprinted on me and made me such a fan of it have shown me something magical in a way that felt magical and brought the idea of magic to life for me. And to me, that's actually what the name Final Fantasy means. So in 7, it was the materia, this sort of crystallized energy that came from the spirit of the world. Even though for the most part it was a game mechanic, as the story went on, it became a little bit more than that, and there are moments that instilled a real sense of wonder.
Stay sharp.
All right, on my go.
Right. Go!
Such strategy and planning there, you know, really taking advantage of that element of surprise.
Well, we did a little bit. I mean, that's about as strategic as Snow gets. That's okay. I kind of feel Snow on a lot of things. Like, as much as I like Lightning, I think she's the coolest character. She's probably my favorite. I actually have a lot in common with Snow. Because playing games throughout my life, I've always wanted to be a hero in some way, and I don't think I've ever really been one.
And Snow is obviously the closest to a traditional hero.
But that's a sad sound.
More than Snow being a hero is his wanting to be a hero. And for that reason, I feel like I relate to him in a lot of ways.
Okay. Hey, good
He
old.
does have a cool feature.
Yeah?
Yeah, he doesn't have the coolest
who
thing.
you gotta
Well,
save,
I don't know.
you
They
just
all have
protect
their
them all, right?
names actually, but
Something on your mind? You got plenty of time for thinking on the way, hero. Yeah. Ready!
those things kind of look like arcade games. But at the same time, they're so cool. Alright, I think I've been playing this for over an hour.
Hey! Hey! It's us! It's us! Don't shoot!
Snow!
Since when do you care about kids?
Favor for a friend.
Okay.
Hey, Snow! You made it!
Hey, yo. So,
Hey.
you really managed to use that thing?
I think I'm done.
You're done when we are.
Ow, what's it?
That's the one.
A lot of the reason why people don't like Hope is
Didn't you
because he
have
blames
something to
Snow
tell him?
for what happens to his mom.
All right then.
And
But
he shows a lot of signs of depression, and
I'll go with you.
he doesn't cope well with what happened. And a lot of people are just like, oh, he's the angsty hero or whatever, teenage angst, but try to be in his position. I mean, I know realistically not everybody has a good mom, but I think even a lot of people who don't have people who maybe were either a parental figure or a big sister, somebody that's like family to them. Now imagine when you were the most vulnerable, when you were the youngest and most dependent on that person. And I know that this does not apply to everyone, but if it applies to you in any way, even not in the most obvious way, you know. And then imagine all of that suddenly taken from you. You're forced onto this train. You know, you're gonna be purged. You're about to be sent to a place you don't know anything about, that you've lived your entire life in fear of. Then all this fighting breaks out, all this violence instead of that, and so everyone's dying instead. And he doesn't really know that the purge was just gonna be execution. And then his mom dies. Now imagine the suddenness of that. It's not like his mom died in the beginning of the game. His mom died, like, for him about 20 minutes ago. Now, I would not be done grieving in 20 minutes.
And also, even without all that, all of the stuff that these characters get put through over the course of this game, they're made of some pretty strong stuff to not lose it.
Yeah.
I mean, they all kind of have their moments where they almost lose it. And
I don't know. Lightning has kind of already lost it when we start. She kind of unloses it, but she's kind of already lost it. I mean, she's just like, see that god thing over there? I'm gonna go kill it.
That's kind of what I loved about this game, and what made me like Hope especially.
Yeah.
Is I really related to him. I haven't lost anyone in that way, but I really felt like, if I was shoved into a situation like this, I would not react the best. I'd probably react a lot more like Hope than any of the other characters.
And like I said, remember, Hope is 14.
Yeah.
And he's not the kind of 14-year-old that, like, grew up rough and tough on this. He's not an independent kind of person, and he hasn't had this life of independence. So give Hope a chance.
You have no idea what
Yeah,
it
that
was
sounded
like.
really corny.
Everyone safe?
The army's no match for Nora.
I meant the kids.
All accounted for.
Okay.
So, like, these guys here, they're not taking the situation
All right.
That seriously?
that seriously, despite what's going on, except for Snow, because he just got this really painful.
Of reality.
Yeah.
Hey!
Vanille, obviously seems like
I'll swing by the vestige. Keep the kids out of trouble.
she's
got
very
it.
short of a basket
Say hi to the
too.
missus for me.
There's a lot of backstory
You go
to her
skirt
that-
chasing, I take
I'm
care
not
of the
gonna
kids.
go into 'cause it's-
Some husband.
Spoilers.
Dinner's on me.
Better be home cooking.
When's the wedding, lover boy?
Well, don't worry, none of you are invited.
We're still going.
So yeah, Snow's fiance is in that thing.
Catch you later.
Oh.
Wait!
So I guess very briefly, I'm Hope right now.
Yeah, very briefly.
Ability.
attack.
Attack, yeah. So can she.
How can she attack? She doesn't even have a weapon at this point. Like, seriously, go to her equipment.
Well, I think she just has the ability to.
Yeah, but she hasn't picked up her awkward Vanille device yet.
Yeah.
Because she gets an awkward Vanille
JRPG
device.
staff.
It's,
I say it with love. I love JRPGs, obviously, or I wouldn't be playing this. So,
I love it too, but it is an awkward Vanille device.
so
Kind of
I guess
like a cross.
I just noticed you can walk
Stop
up
running around, kid.
to Gato here, and he's kind of a jerk to Hope too. It's like, I know he blames Snow, but he must not have the highest opinion of these guys either.
Probably doesn't have the highest opinion. I think, remember, Hope is not from Bodum. He doesn't know these people.
Yeah,
He and
exactly.
his mother were visiting for a festival and all
Well,
this
the
happened.
audience doesn't know that yet.
Yeah.
You can hear people trying to find their loved ones in this mess.
Everybody keep calm.
I'm just looking around.
No one's getting purged.
Honey?
I don't know. I see a whole lot of purging
Stay with
going
your
on.
family.
This is the closest thing we're gonna get to, like, having a town. Almost. Not true, but this is. It's not gonna come that much closer than this, especially in places that we can.
That's another big criticism of this game.
Yeah.
Is not only is it very linear, but there's not
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this part, especially Lee, you are literally going in a straight line.
You are literally on a railroad track. This whole thing, these sky bridges, and it's called the Aero Rail Trustway or something. It's literally, you know, the tracks that train was going on.
And there's very little room to explore. Almost none of it can be backtracked in the beginning. And
you really can't backtrack very much for the first half of the game.
Yeah, so, and I mean, a lot of the other games are linear, but they allow a limited amount of backtracking within the area that they are, and they have a lot of parts that are involve interaction with NPCs.
I want to tell him. It's just that...
Say, you know how to fly this?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. In you go. That way.
I'm pretty sure most people with sense would want to get as far away from that thing as possible.
Vanille has her reasons, which the
Vanille
audience doesn't know about.
Yeah, Vanille has her reasons. They all have their reasons.
It can make us Lassie. This is... I don't think I can...
start to find out about Lassie.
What are you two doing?
Here we go!
Hope wants to go in there to chase after Snow.
Uh-oh. Get back here! You hear me? Hey!
Repulse Valsea. It held our future.
This is my third time
And
playing
our
this,
fate.
and that thing still sends a chill up my spine. So like I was saying, the sense of wonder for me comes from the fallacy because they're so incomprehensible and so impossible, and they make no sense, and they seem, in an odd way, actually magical to me.
And that happened.
Crash. A lot of people ship Hope and Vanille. I mean, obviously Vanille and Fang are pretty much a thing.
Practically
But,
canon.
Yeah, I sort of feel for Hope because I feel like he does have a little bit of a crush on Vanille.
Yeah.
Guess it's just us.
What did you expect? Even soldiers know not to go near the foul sea. You become a pulse Lassie, and you're finished.
What do you mean, finished?
Haven't you heard, Miss...
Vanille.
Huh?
My name. And yours?
Hope. Thank you. What were we thinking?
Well, since we're here, let's look around.
Oh, Vanille.
So I'll talk a little bit more about that in my next one. I am actually going to cut it off once I get it to a save point here because we have
Check this
actually
out.
taken a lot of video.
Hey!
I think we've been
Vanille,
playing and
where are
recording
you-
for more than an hour, so it's going to take a lot of time to splice this up into smaller segments and stuff. And there we have it. Introducing the...
Awkward Vanille device.
Yeah, the...
Well,
I think it's called a binding rod.
It's the recurved antler yo-yo stick. Mach 3. And Robo Kitty that wants to play.
no daydreaming now.
Vanille has 3. Everybody else has 2 segments on their ATB gauge. Vanille has 3.
And you'll see this thing is... She doesn't, like... hit them with
Yeah,
line rod.
which she wields very deftly.
Yeah. It looks so awkward. She makes it seem...
Okay, back to exploring.
Like a cinch.
Yeah.
Maybe she's had one since she was little tiny, and she's used it all her life, and that's why she wields it with
Better
such
stay
ease.
close.
I mean, I guess it does look like somebody with enough training could get the hang of using, maybe not, I don't know.
What am I doing
It's not
here?
quite like a whip. Alright, we are closing up shop for tonight, because that was a long recording session. So, good night, folks.